Good morning, guys. It's Andrew from 510 Books. I'm here in my, excuse me, my other suite, my other warehouse space where I store everything for sale on Amazon and eBay. And it's Monday morning, December 1st. Yeah, it's the first day of December. So December 1st, 2025. And behind me on the table here, I have lots of stuff that's sold. So from over the weekend until this morning, I sold 17 items on eBay and one on Amazon. The one on Amazon is not worth talking about, but let's talk about eBay and what I sold. So let's talk about that. It was really an awesome weekend of sales. My goal ultimately, or my big goal for eBay, my first big goal is to sell consistently 10 items a day. And then my next one would be 20. This is almost 20, but this is over the weekend, not one day. But this amount is really what I want to shoot for on a daily basis when I get into it much more deeper and get help with listings and that kind of stuff. But anyway, I could maybe do this on my own, but it's tough running the store and doing eBay. But anyway, this was an awesome weekend. The other thing about this is not just quantity, volume, but it's also quality, a high profit. I sold a lot of items for really good profit. You'll see in a second. I sold 1, 2, 3 book sets, a DVD set, and the rest were individual items. Just really good stuff. So if you remember, I listed 20 book sets that I picked up from the history department of a local college. And this is another example of one that sold. And this one, let's take a look. There's 6 books in this one. This one is American colonies in the 18th century, and there's ones that are in the 17th century. Actually, it's 7 books, but it's a complete set, and it's sold for $70, guys, plus shipping. So book sets, even older ones that were sitting in a college library that they're getting rid of, can still be worth a lot of money. So it can be worth the effort, the physical effort, and the time spent picking it up, lugging it around, sorting through it, listing it. I've sold, this is the 3rd one. Is this the 3rd one or the 4th one? I think it's the 3rd one, which is great within a week of listing all of them. So that was a good one for $70. This has been sitting for a while. This was a donation, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. It's the C.S. Lewis Chronicles of Narnia, and it's in the box. So it's a book set here, a box set with all the books. I think it's from the 1970s. So that was a good sale. This is the same one that I sold recently, except this is without the slipcase. This is the Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights from Bronte. And this one actually sold for $37.49. This is a donation from last year. It's got beautiful, they're from etchings, but drawings here, black and white drawings. So be on the lookout for this one because it sells really quickly. It's a beautiful set. So that's $37.49 plus shipping on that one. This book here, Gemini, is one that came from that bookstore that I had, the second one. And this one sold for $25. When I took over that lease, I also bought all of the inventory in that store, which included not only what was on the shelves in the front, but also in the back. And there was a lot of really good stuff that was just sitting on the shelves that should have been on eBay. And this one's $25. It's a fantasy role-playing game. This one is really awesome. It also came from the second bookstore. It's a signed copy of a CD. Circle Takes the Square. I don't know the genre. I think maybe it was punk rock. I'm not 100% sure. But it's signed by the band. It's pretty rare. Sold for $74.99. Guys, don't just look for signatures on books, but also, especially on CDs. There's going to be very few that you're going to come across, unless it's a specific collection you're buying, that are signed. But a lot of CDs can be signed and can be worth a lot of money. It's less the case for DVDs, but there are a lot of CDs that can be signed and sell for good money. So in that second location, that bookstore, they had a huge, not huge, but a sizable collection of CDs because there was a concert venue where a lot of unknown artists and groups were playing. it was sort of like heavy metal, hard rock, goth, that kind of stuff. And a lot of people signed and copies of their CDs and left it with them. This book sold for $55. Robert Silverberg, Dying Inside. I think it's signed. This is from that book consignment deal that I'm doing. Still selling off those books. It's going to take a long time to sell them all off. $55. This 1960. The cost of it sold for $19.60. The cost of clean clothes in terms of health. A study of laundries and laundry workers in New York City. I don't know what year this is from. This is a very old item. It's got older photos and imagery from the time as well. Let's see if there's more photos. Yep, check that out. Didn't sell for a lot of money, but it's a cool historical document that especially, look at this, shows people working in the laundries a long time ago. So that's a cool item that's sold. This Dilbert one was also from the second bookstore. It's sealed, Corporate Shuffle. It's a card game. It's a card game. It sold for $12 plus shipping. And then this one sold for $6.99, a VHS tape. Zippity Doodah, Disney Sing Along, Volume 2. This was a donation back in September. I knew that would sell. It just took a little longer than I thought. This one I thought would sell much sooner. This actually has been on sale in my eBay store since 2021. It's a sealed copy of Walt Disney Collection, Old Yeller, Pollyanna, The Parent Trap, and Swiss Family Robinson. And it sold for $98. That's right, $98 plus shipping. And can you believe it took 4 years to sell? I thought it would sell so much quicker. And I initially listed it for $200, but still happy with it. This is a book that's signed, The Prometheus Man, Ray Faraday Nelson. You can see it's signed and inscribed there. And that sold for $39.69. So again, signed, first edition, first printing, stuff like that. Rare stuff is really worth looking for. This one over here, Christian Oldies, Heaven Bound CD, sold for $37.49 on eBay. Did take a while to sell, but a really nice sale. So really having high sales here, high profit sales. This one sold for $29.99. Stanford, The Story of a University. This was a donation back in September. And this is a book that sells pretty regularly because it's the history of Stanford. So be on the lookout for that one. It's not a hugely profitable one, but it's one of those that you do your research. You can see that it sells well. Sealed copy of Cup Final, a film by Aaron Rickles. So this is a DVD I purchased last year as part of a bulk deal. It sold for $14.65. Still selling off DVDs from that. This is only sold for $3. That's been listed for a long time. Not really worth it to sell it again. This one was a sealed copy of Papo Vasquez, Pirates, Troubadours, Carnival in San Juan. This sold for $12 plus shipping and donation. And then lastly, I wanted to keep this one for the last. This also came from a second bookstore, just sitting on the shelf. A collection of emblems, ancient and modern, by George Wither. Let's see, this is from 1975. But we're talking about, it's a book about, the topic is from 1635, and it has all of these emblems here. Really cool. This is apparently a unique book, or a rare book. And, drum roll, sold for $127. $127. Crazy. To me, this is the kind of book that I would definitely take a look at once I opened it and saw that the page edges are blue, it's older, that type of thing. It's got a beautiful spine. To me, it would stand out to look it up. So just be aware that there's certain signs, certain things about books that stand out. Like how many books have blue page edges? And then when you open it up and see all of those drawings. Anyway, not all books that look like that are going to be worth money, but some of them are. So really excited about the sales I had over the weekend. I hope you had some good sales as we head out of Thanksgiving. This is going to be typically a really good month and into January as well. I saw that with Amazon, I see it with eBay, and I'll probably see it in my retail store. So keep listing as much as you can. Keep taking offers. Keep running discount sales, and you should sell a lot on eBay and Amazon, and see your sales go up. All right, guys. I'll see you next video. Take care.